أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا ومولانا مولى ثقلين جد الحسن والحسين الذي سمع في السماء بأحمد وفي الأرضين بأبي القاسم محمد. وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المنتجبين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. ولعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم ومنكري فضائلهم وغاصبي حقوقهم من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد، رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. قال الله تبارك وتعالى في محكم كتابه وهو أصدق القائلين وقوله الحق: خذ العفو وأمر بالعرف وأعرض عن الجاهلين. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات. Respected brothers and respected sisters, tonight is the night of Arba'een of Imam Hussain alayhi salam and Shuhadai Karbala. 40 days passed from the Shahadat of Imam Hussain alayhi salam and the Shahadat of his children, the youth of Bani Hashim, his companions. So we are commemorating tonight the night of Arba'een. Tomorrow will be the day of Arba'een. And inshallah we will have commemoration, majlis, ziyarat Arba'een, inshallah tomorrow in the daytime after Dhuhr. Arba'een means 40. And when it comes to Imam Hussain alayhi salam, this occasion, the occasion of Arba'een, is commemorated on a very large scale everywhere in the whole world. Wherever the Shia lives, they know this date and they commemorate this date as one of the biggest occasion of commemoration in the Muslim calendar. Especially recently, few years before, you will see that the people will go in a very large number, very, very large number to Karbala in order to pay their homage and honor that haram and shrine of Imam Hussain alayhi salam and visit him from near. So visitation, ziyarat, can be from Ba'id, from Rahidur, from your own town where you live, and visitation is also when you go there. So these two are different forms of visitation. Naturally, the one when you go there is more important and is the best form of paying tribute to someone, to go near the grave and the tomb and the haram shrine of that personality. Alhamdulillah, nowadays everyone is aware about this occasion. Muslims, non-Muslims, both know about it, and they also know that this is the world's largest peaceful march, procession, masira, julus, mokab. There are different names with the same meaning. The biggest procession, julus, as we call it in Urdu and Gujarati, is the procession towards Imam Hussein, the haram of Imam Hussein salam on the day of Arba'een. Millions and millions. And how they are treated there by those people from Iraq. And the people of Iraq are famous for their generosity. This is now, alhamdulillah, something which everyone knows about it. And everyone knows that this community, this society, these people who call themselves Shias, the Shias of Ahlul Bayt, those who call themselves, we are the followers of Ahlul Bayt, are peaceful people. They don't harm, they don't believe in suicide bombing, they don't believe in killing innocent people, they don't believe in other forms of terrorism. No. Maybe a group of Muslims, they love to do those things, but we, the followers of Ahlul Bayt, we don't do these things. And from few years now, the people know. So inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me and you this tawfiq to do this ziyarah of Arba'een inshallah next year and in all the years, and pay our tribute to Imam Hussein alayhi salam from near and by visiting his grave. A lot of emphasis is in the ahadith of A'imma alayhimus salam about visiting Imam Hussein alayhi salam. And some of these ahadith says that this visit should be on foot. That is mashi, walk. That's why you know and you hear from few years now that the people walk. From Najaf to Karbala, they walk. The distance is only 80 kilometers, 82 kilometers distance. But the people walk because A'imma alayhimus salam told us that if you go for the ziyarah and you walk towards the haram of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, you will have more reward and more thawab for walking towards the haram of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. The people walk, and on the road, while they are walking, other people come and they serve them. The best service. And not only they walk, not only they go for just visiting the grave of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, but they also pray Salatul Jama'ah while they are walking. I mean during the walk, during this ziyarah, when the time of Salah comes, then you will see the Shias of Ahlul Bayt, the followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, they form lines and rows, and this is the biggest Jama'ah, congregational prayers, which is not seen in other places. And when it comes to food, the dining table is from Najaf to Karbala. So 80 kilometers long dining table. And if it is Friday, Salatul Jum'ah is there. If it is Maghrib time, the people are praying to give the message that we are the people who are obedient to the rules of Allah. We are not among those people who say that Salat is not important and other things are important. No, praying Salatul Jama'ah while you are walking towards Karbala, you are giving this message to the whole world that Salat is very important act of Islam. And also visitation is important, matam is important, majlis is important. All these things have their own place. Everything should be given the place which is their place. All these things are important for us. So these are some of the messages which we give to the world from this Arba'een, the occasion of Arba'een. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Now this was an introduction coming to the topic which I have started from the last few nights, and my topic is how should be an Islamic lifestyle, how should be an Islamic community, how should be an Islamic society. And we discussed some of the characteristics of being a good Islamic and noble life, and the characteristics and qualities of a good and noble community and society. Continuing the topic, today I have some more characteristics and qualities for an Islamic lifestyle, and that is the lifestyle which is success, a successful lifestyle. If it is Islamic, in the world and in the hereafter there is success for those who obey the rules of Allah and who obey the rules of Islam. The verse of the Holy Quran, which I recited from Surah Al-A'raf, chapter number 7. In this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Khuzil af, that is, take forgiveness, act on forgiveness, forgive people. Wa'amur bil urf, invite people towards good, do amr bil maruf, enjoin good. Wa'ariz anil jahilin, and keep yourself aside from those who are ignorant. Keep yourself aside from them. Don't be friend with ignorant and with juhala and with jahilin. In this connection, we have a hadith from the Holy Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. The Holy Prophet is reported to have said, Adabani Allah bithalasa. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taught me three things. He has taught me the etiquettes with these three things. And then he recited this verse. That is, Khuzil af. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala adabani. The Holy Prophet says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught me to act on these three things. Number one, khuzil af. That is, forgive people, pardon people. If you see some mistake, pardon it. Don't always think about revenge. Pardon people. Wa'amur bil urf, and always do amr bil maruf. Invite people towards good. Wa'ariz anil jahilin. Keep yourself away from jahil, from ignorant. In one more place, there is a beautiful verse in the Holy Quran about importance of amr bil maruf wa nahy anil munkar. Allah says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Kuntum khayra umma ukhrijat lin-nas ta'muruna bil maruf wa tanhauna anil munkar wa tu'minuna billah. You are the best ummah, O Muslim ummah, O followers of the Holy Prophet, O followers of the Holy Quran. You are the best nation. Why? Kuntum khayra ummah. Why you are the best? Because you are created for each other, for one another. You are made to help one another. Kuntum khayra ummah. Tukhrijuna lin-nas. For the other people, you are created for the other people to help them. What you do, ta'amaruna bil maruf. Whenever you see that this is the place that I should invite people towards good, you do that. Wa tanhauna anil munkar. And wherever you see that something evil is going on, you try to stop the evil. Wa tu'minuna billah, and you also believe in Allah. So nowadays I see people, they say, oh, I don't want to put my nose or in the affairs of other. I don't want to do interference. I don't want to interfere in the business of others. He should have his own business. And some people will also say, you mind your own business. Well, this is not Islam. These things comes in the society, in the community. The people are afraid to invite people towards good and tell them, don't do, this is wrong, don't go for it. The reason is because we don't know how to do amr bil maruf and how to do nahy anil munkar. The problem starts here. If we do it in the proper way, there will be no problem. If someone comes to me, tries to do amr bil maruf to me, and also tell me that this is munkar, this is evil, this is not good for you, And if he does it in a proper way, in a nice way, believe me, I will be happy to accept that. But our way, our style is wrong. We want to hurt someone, or we want to degrade someone, we want to do ghiba, we want to do that in order to bring his position down, his personality down, which is called character assassination. So if this is the way, or if this is the niyat, intention behind it, to do character assassination, naturally that person will not like it. So that's why ulama says you do amar bil maruf in the proper way. Do nahy anil munkar in a nice way. There are stages in it. Just not start by using your hand, yelling, and in front of the people, degrading him. No. Step by step, stage by stage. Start with the best form. وَجَادِلْهُمْ بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ. Quran says that the people who want to, the good people are those who do mujadila, who do discussion and dispute in a nice way. Even with the non-Muslims, with atheists, unbelievers, kuffar, mushrikeen, use the best way, the nice way, the gentle way. Musa alayhi salam was sent to Pharaoh with Aaron, with his brother Harun. Moses, Aaron, go and teach him a lesson. They have become transgressors. But with the instruction, Allah is saying, giving them instruction, go, take the message to Pharaoh. Pharaoh is the one who is calling himself as God. When you go there, talk with them gently. Musa and Harun talk with Pharaoh in a gentle way. Allah is saying, with the one who is calling himself God, talk with him in maybe he, with your gentleness, with your good akhlaq and ethics, he will come back on the right path and he will do tawbah. Even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is waiting for Pharaoh that there is a possibility that he should come back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Amar bil Maruf wa Nahy anil Munkar should be in the society, but with the conditions in the nice possible way, the gentle, the most gentle type, and the best way, the gentle way. If a person does that, I don't think there is any problem in doing that in our society. Louder salawat on Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. So when we, Asantum Jazakumullah Khair, when we are talking about the characteristics of a nice society, we have the society where there is Amar bil Maruf wa Nahy anil Munkar, where the people have the habit of forgiveness, forgiving others. And also when there are Jahilin, A'riz anil Jahilin doesn't mean that don't talk to them, leave them alone. No, A'riz anil Jahilin means that don't be part of them. Try to convince them, talk to them in a nice way, but don't be from their group or on their side. This is the meaning of A'riz anil Jahilin. In another place, Quran says, وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلِينَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا سَلَامًا. Even when Jahilin talk to you and they call you, so you try to tell them peace, peace. You don't argue with them. When a person is ignorant, you try to convince him, but if he is not convincing, then arguing with Jahilin is wasting of time. That's why we are told that don't argue with Jahilin unless and until you know that with your argument he will come and he will become learned and he will give his jahala and his ignorance. One of the most important characteristic of our society and our community is the quality of spirituality. Now in this majlis tonight, I'm going to give you few of these qualities. I started with the one which is from the verse of the Holy Quran, and now from among the other verses and from among the hadith of Masumin alayhi salam, we are told that a Muslim family, a Muslim community, and a Muslim society also is a spiritual society. What is the meaning of spirituality? What is spirituality? Spirituality doesn't mean that a person is called spiritual because he can see a jinn or he can talk to a jinn, he is a spiritual person. Or he knows about unseen, what is going to come tomorrow. This is not spirituality. This is the wrong definition of a spirituality. When we say a person should be spiritual or there should be spirituality, what we mean is that there are certain things in our society which is materialistic. Materialism is everywhere, and some people, they only go after materialistic things, materials, and they have no idea about that beside material there is spirituality. So materials are those things which we know. We need a house and we work for that to have a house. This is called something which is material. House is a materialistic thing. Same is the case with other necessities of life, like to have a car, to eat food and other things. These are all the necessities of life, and one should always try, and should work hard in order to get it from the halal means and from the halal ways. Beside this, there is spirituality. We have all these things, but what about ethics? We cannot see ethics. We cannot buy it in the market. House we can buy, car we can buy, but ethics we cannot buy. For ethics we have to work hard. For ethics we have to increase our knowledge. We have to bring taqwa, piety. This is called spirituality. Because our body is also a material body and a spiritual body. Material body is the one which we see, our hands, our feet, face, head, neck. These are all parts of a material body. But the soul which is inside the body, we don't see that. That is spirit. It is also called spirit or soul, ruh. So we should also think about our soul. What are the needs of our soul? We know about the needs of the body, and we try to provide these needs to our body. But when it comes to the spiritual needs, the needs of our soul, there we don't know, either we don't know or we don't give it any importance. So spirituality should be there in a family, in a community, in a society. And if a person wants to bring this spirituality, he wants to become a spiritual person, ulama akhlaq, the scholars of ethics, they have mentioned some of the ways in order to have that. For example, the scholars of ethics, they will say if you want to bring spirituality in you, you should you should talk less, sleep less, eat less. You should remember Allah, remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, tafakkur, pondering, thinking about the affairs of Allah, about the world. These things bring spirituality. Talking less. If it is necessary, a person should talk, but unnecessary talk which is vain talking. And Quran also says that refrain from vain talk, those talk which is abas, which has no meaning. Wajtanibu qawla zur. Wajtanibu qawla zur. Ijtinab, refrain from those talking which is unnecessary. Same is the case with eating. Most of the problems which a person has is with his stomach. If the stomach is in control, if the tongue is in control, most of the problems will be solved. The stomach is something which a person should be very careful about it. First of all, he should see what he is eating and from which means he has earned this food, from where this food came. The famous conversation between Unwan Basri, one of the companions of the sixth Imam, and Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam. In this conversation, Imam alayhi salam talks to him and he says, Unwan, eat when you want to eat, when you are hungry. This is one beautiful point. For those people who want to bring spirituality, this hadith of Unwan Basri is the best source. If you read this in detail, you will know that how Imam alayhi salam is teaching spirituality to Unwan al-Basri. He says, eat only when you are hungry. So we people, sometimes we eat for fun. We are not hungry, but we want to spend time, and for fun, we start eating. This is not, Imam says this brings homework. A person becomes stupid and foolish if he eats a lot when he doesn't need it. He's not hungry and he's eating. If you have craving for something, for a food, in that case you should eat. Otherwise, don't eat. Now, this is some of the points of spirituality. Similarly, the sleep which you need, you should be sleeping those hours, not all the time. Less sleep is always good, but not that less that you become ill. The requirement hours are there. You should sleep for those hours. The time is very precious. Don't waste your time by sleeping all the day for hours and hours. No. If a person wants to do something in this world, then his sleep should be up till those hours which he needs for his body. Similarly, remembrance of Allah is very important. This should be the habit of a mu'min. Always he should remember Allah, always, in the different ways. And he should be grateful to Him. When he is grateful, Allah increases his blessings. Allah Himself says, if you are grateful, I will increase my rewards and my blessings for you. So this comes with remembrance. And this pondering and thinking, tafakkur is also one of the important habit of a person who wants to do spirituality, who wants to become a spiritual. For him, tafakkur is very important. We don't have time to do tafakkur. If someone goes out of his house alone, and he goes out a little bit far from the city, or goes to a park, or goes to the place where there is mountains and water, and he's alone, this is the best time and the best way to start thinking about why he came here in this world, and what will happen to him, what will be his anjam, his end, what are his responsibilities. Either he is doing silatul raham, God forbid he has not done qat'i raham. All these things a person need to ponder, think about it. When you are alone, when you are outside of your house, this brings spirituality. I give you one example and then I go to another point. Recently, there was a person who was a spiritual person in Iran. He died recently. Maybe around 15 or 20 years ago, he died. I read a book about him. And I read a book because I heard from ulama that they are mentioning him, giving his example in their majalises. So I thought, let me see why these ulamas are referring him and talking about him. So I read a book about him. His name was Rajab Ali, and his last name was Khayat. Rajab Ali Khayat. I read in the book and I heard from ulama giving and mentioning examples from his spirituality. Rajab Ali Khayat was an ordinary person. He was a simple person. Now when I say simple person, I doesn't mean poor. Poor is different and simple is different. Spirituality means you spend a life, a simple life, not a poor life. Our ulama, our maraje, they are spending simple life. They are not spending poor life. So don't get confused and don't mix these two words together. He was not poor, but he was a simple person. You see his dress. He will wear a cap. He has a small beard, ordinary clothes, and he was Arif Billah. He was a spiritual person. And why? Because of his simple life and because of his clean heart. How you know that the heart of the person is clean? You know the cleanness of the heart by his sitting with you, by his talking with you, by his food. When you come near to a person, you understand from his etiquettes, from his adab, and from how he is spending his time, that he is a spiritual person. If a person has a little bit of knowledge, he will know that this person, and when a person is proud and arrogant, when you see him, you will find out that he is an arrogant person. Even those people, if you see a person walking, from his walk you will know whether he is a spiritual person or he is an arrogant person. From walking, from talking. So Rajab Ali Khayat was a person who was a spiritual person because of his ma'amilat, because of his dealings. And he never called himself, just few minutes about him, so that this is the example of spirituality. Some people might say, what Maulana is talking about spirituality. What is spirituality? Spirituality is this person who died a few years ago. His dress was simple, his food was simple, his house was simple. And he never called himself that he is an alim, although he was a knowledgeable person. He never called himself an alim. If someone says that, are you an alim, are you a mujtahid? You say, no, I'm not a mujtahid, I'm not an alim. Mujtahid is, for example, Aghai Khui, he will mention his name. Mujtahid is Syed Abul Hasan Isfahani. Mujtahid is Sayyid Mohsin Hakim Tabatabai Rahmatullah Alayh. He never called himself as an alim or as a mujtahid. Instead, if someone was asking a question from him, he would give the answer and then say that you check this with your marja. So this is a spirituality. We see a person knows nothing, but when the people come around him, gather him, he calls himself, oh, I am a saint. I am a saintly person. I am waliullah. I am a mujtahid. I am a marji. Come, and he never said this. Some people would come to him and would say, Hajaga iltimas dua, pray for us. He will raise his hands and pray for them. Because of his personality, most of the time, his du'as will be accepted. And the people will come to him and say, you pray for us, and alhamdulillah, this problem was solved, and now we don't have that problem. Once a person came to him, because of his spirituality, he can also know about the things which are coming or the things which happened. It doesn't mean that he had ilmul ghaib. He never said, I have the knowledge of unseen. But he says, because of my muraqaba, muhasaba, my prayers, my zikr, my fikr, I know that what happened to this person. Or he can also say sometime, not all the time, that what will happen from his experience or from his nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So once a man came to him and he said that my son is ill, can you please pray for him? He says, okay, I will pray for him. The person went away. Next week he came and he said, Aghai Rajab Ali Khayat, my son is still ill. You prayed for him? He said, yes, I prayed for him, but he's still ill. He said, okay, I will pray again. So Another week passed. The same man came to him and said that my son is still in the same situation. So he told him that yes, I think your son will not get cured. Your son will die. He said, how come? How can you say this? He said, because I can see that there is no cure for him and he will not be cured. He says, how can you say this? He says, because you are a butcher. He said, yes, I am a butcher. I deal with the animals. I slaughter the animals. He said, you remember once you slaughtered the mother cow in front of the son, or you slaughter the baby cow in front of the mother? He said, yes, I remember it happened. He says, because of that, when you slaughter a baby cow in front of the mother cow, that mother cow saw how you were slaughtering his baby. It hurt the animal. The mother cow was hurt because of your this action. You should not have done this. If you want to slaughter an animal, don't slaughter an animal in front of another animal. Because of this, because you hurt the mother cow, your son is ill and he is not going to get cured. So the spirituality sometimes comes on this extent, then you can say to the person that what is the reason and how it is going on. This is the position a person gets with his remembrance of Allah, with his prayers, not only material, this world, the money and this. No, there are another world too. There is another thing also which is called spiritual thing. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Another quality of a noble and good society is the quality of contentment, which is called ghina. Contentment should be in the society, in the family. A family without contentment, there will be no success in that family. Why? Because human being is a kind of being. The nature of human being is he wants more and more. There should be contentment. Just say, oh Allah, whatever you have given to me, this is enough for me. This is sufficient for me. Salman al-Farisi was from the famous companions of the Holy Prophet. And he is the best example of contentment. Ghina. Al-ghina'u kanzun la yafna. Ghina is kanz, is a treasure. La yafna, which never comes to an end. This is a treasure which is always there. There is no fana for the quality of ghina, which is contentment. Once the house of Salman al-Farisi caught fire. The people saw, oh, Salman Farisi, his house caught fire and his belongings were all burnt and this. They saw Salman Farsi came out of the house with the sword in his hand, and there was one small bag with him. He came out and the people said, what about other belongings? He said, I don't have anything in my house. These two were the things which are the only things which I had in my house were this small bag and my sword. So if this is the case, if the house gets fire and you don't have many things there, you don't need to be worried. Just come out with these two things. Salman al-Farsi, contentment. Same is the case with Abu Zar al-Ghafari. The Caliph sent him an amount of money. He said, what is this? He said, the Caliph has sent you a reward, a hadiyah. He said, did he send this to the other Muslims also or only to me? He said, no, this is only for you. He said, then it is not hadiyah, it is rishwa. If it was for others too, then it was hadiyah. I will accept it because he sent it to all. But if he have just sent it to me, then this is bribe. This is not hadiyah. And I'm not going to accept this. Contentment in a family is very important. And if the family has contentment, that is a nice and good family. Another quality which the family should have is tolerance. Problems comes, but if we have tolerance, we can come along with each other, with the family members, then everything will be fine. But if we cannot tolerate, a small thing comes to us and we get panic, now that family will not last for long if there is no tolerance. Every person has weaknesses, every person has shortcomings. There should be tolerance among the family members. And the last quality, which is a very important quality in a family, and which you have heard, and Quran has also has stressed and emphasized on this quality, is the quality of sabr, that is patience. See in the Holy Quran how many times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned about the importance of sabr. How many times we have seen this quality of sabr in the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, in A'immat Har alayhimus salam. They were sabirin and they used to do sabr. Now don't take it that a person who is sabir is a coward. No, this cowardness is different, and patience and sabr is different. A mu'min, a believer, is not a coward. He is a brave person. He is very brave. But when it comes to patience, he knows how to be a patient. He knows how to perform patience and sabr. And this is what we learn from the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Sabr is not only if a person comes and he wants to hurt us and we say nothing. No, this is wrong. Islam says this is not sabr. Sabr is that if you are in a position, in a status, you should not complain. Don't complain to Allah about this position. Just wait. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will change your position, will change your status. A common thing which is which we heard from the people. We do dua, our duas are not accepted. Duas are never rejected. Sometimes it is accepted, sometimes it is kept for akhirah, for another place, for another time. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't need to reject your dua. He has so many things, why should He reject your dua? If there were limited things with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we would have said, yeah, because this thing was not there with Allah, that's why He rejected it. I asked for something, but la samahala, God forbid, Allah rejected it because it was not with Him. This is not the case. Allah has everything. So why He rejects my dua? There is some maslahat, some reason behind it. Now you don't know the reason. Maybe later on you will learn what was the reason. So wait for that. Duas are not rejected. They are kept for another time. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to see how patient you are and what is the level of your patience. And as I mentioned last night, that tonight I want to talk about Sayyida Zainab Salamullah alayha, and she is very famous for patience. This Khamsa Majalis, my topic is about the family life. How should be a good family life? Tomorrow inshallah I will conclude this topic briefly and I will talk more about Arba'een. But in this night of Arba'een, as I mentioned in the Majalis, that these Ashra Arba'een or Khamsa Majalises are in the honor of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam and Sayyida Zainab alayha salam. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Sayyida Zainab alayha salam is Ummul Masa'ib, and she showed sabr and patience in different ways. One type of sabr is, if I can see something which is not allowed for me, which is not halal for me, I don't go for it. This is also one of the form of sabr. And Sayyida Zainab alayha salam is that lady who did sabr on each and every step, before Ashura, during Ashura, and after Ashura. Some people discuss and they say, why Imam Hussain alayhi salam took Sayyida Zainab alayhi salam with him? Why he took Lady Zainab? Answer. First of all, Sayyida Zainab alayhi salam, she went with Imam Hussain alayhi salam. She said, oh brother, I want to go with you. Why? Because of the love which a sister has for a brother. Yes, this is true. The love of a brother and sister is famous because of love for Imam Hussain. Sayyida Zainab alayhi salam, she said, brother Hussain, I will go with you. But the main reason, another reason which is more important than this, is because Sayyida Zainab alayhi salam knew that this is also her responsibility to be with Imam Hussain alayhi salam in this mission. Why was this responsibility of her? Because she was also raised in the house of Imam Ali. She was the daughter of Imam, the sister of Imam. She knew that this is also my responsibility. I have also responsibility. Not only Imam Hussain has this responsibility. Imam Hussain has this responsibility because he is Imam of his time. But I, as the daughter of Ali, I, as the daughter of Sayyida Fatima, I also have some responsibility. And the responsibility was to tell the people about the truth of Ashura, the truth of Karbala. People wanted to do celebration. Let's celebrate. La Samahalla, God forbid, we have killed a group of people who revolted against Caliph. Sayyida said, no, there is no celebration. Let's do majlis. He changed their celebration into majalis. This is not the time of celebration. You have not killed a group who revolted against Caliph. You have killed the son of the Holy Prophet. You have killed Sayyid Shabab Ahlil Jannah. So there is no celebration, there is majlis. That's why Sayyida Zainab alayhi salam, she went with Imam Hussain alayhi salam. And Imam Hussain alayhi salam gave her a big responsibility. Imam Hussain alayhi salam told her, Sister Zainab, you will be in charge of this caravan. If Sayyida Zainab was not there, Karbala will not be complete. Today, Karbala, the chapter of Karbala is a complete chapter because of Sayyida Zainab salamullahi alayha. If it was only Imam Hussain alayhi salam, the people would have changed the story. But Sayyida Zainab, she told the people, no, the real story is that they killed us without any reason. And this was the role which Sayyida Zainab salamullahi alayha played, and one of the best qualities. She has all the qualities, but one of her best quality was sabira, that she was patient in all these occasions. And even Imam Sajjad alayhi salam says that my aunt Zainab, she never qadha her salatul layl even on the night of Sham-e Ghariba. Sham-e Ghariba, see how was that night? But she was there in that night, she was also praying her Salatul Layl. Azizani Girami, Hazrat Zainab Salamullah Alayha अगर न होती तो करबला की ये सूरत और ये वाक़या जो आज तक हमारे पास जो इस तरीके से है, ये इस तरीके से न होता. लिहाजा बीबी ने इस वाक़े में जो किरदार अदा किया है, सब्र का किरदार बीबी ने अदा किया है, वो किरदार की वजह से ही आज करबला जिंदा है. जंगें बहुत हुई हैं, बहुत जंगें लड़ी गई हैं, लेकिन वो सब कागज़ पे हैं. अगर कोई जंग जिंदा है तो वो करबला की जंग है, और वो जंग जो कि आज तक जिंदा है वो हज़रत ज़ैनब सलामुल्लाह अलैहा की वजह से है. जब वक्त रुखसत हुआ, वक्त रुखसत जब आया तो हज़रत ज़ैनब सलामुल्लाह अलैहा ने अपने भाई को घोड़े पर सवार किया. अल्लाह अकबर. आप ज़रा तसव्वुर करें, रोज़े आशूरा اب کوئی بھی خیام میں نہیں ہے، نہ حضرت اکبر ہیں، نہ حضرت قاسم ہیں، نہ حضرت عباس ہیں، حضرت علی اصغر بھی نہیں ہے، بس امام حسین علیہ السلام یک و تنہا وطر الموتور، ایک صرف ایک رہتے ہیں۔ امام زین العابدین علیہ السلام ہیں مگر وہ خیام میں بے ہوشی کی حالت میں ہے۔ امام زین العابدین علیہ السلام مریض ہیں، بیمار ہیں، امام حسین کو گھوڑے پر کون سوار کرائے گا؟ سیدہ زینب آگے بڑھیں، اپنے بھائی کو گھوڑے پر سوار کیا، اور اس کے بعد کیا فرماتی ہیں؟ فرماتی ہیں مہلن مہلن یبن زہرا، میرے بھائی حسین، اے زہرا کے بیٹے، آرام آرام سے جانا، جلدی جلدی مت جانا، بہن چاہتی ہے کہ بہت دیر تک آپ کو دیکھتی رہے۔ مہلن مہلن یبن زہرا، میرے بھائی حسین، زہرا کے بیٹے، جلدی مت کرنا جانے میں، آرام آرام سے جانا، اور جب بھی کوئی وار کرو تو اللہ اکبر کہنا تاکہ بہن سمجھ جائے کہ بھائی زندہ ہے، اللہ اکبر کہنا، تکبیر کہنا۔ بس امام حسین علیہ السلام اب رخصت ہو رہے ہیں، بس چند روایتیں آپ کی خدمت میں، شب اربعین ہے، گریہ کی رات ہے، کچھ گریہ کریں گے۔ امام حسین علیہ السلام کو حضرت زینب نے سوار کیا، امام حسین علیہ السلام چلے، امام حسین جا رہے ہیں، ایک مرتبہ ذوالجناح رک جاتا ہے، امام حسین نے ذوالجناح سے کہا اے میرے گھوڑے، مجھے پتہ ہے تو بہت تھک گیا ہے، آج صبح سے تو کبھی میدان کی طرف جاتا ہے، کبھی واپس آتا ہے، بس آخری زحمت دے رہا ہوں، وہ بھی میدان میں لے جانے کی زحمت دے رہا ہوں، واپسی کی زحمت بھی نہیں دوں گا، بس مجھے میدان تک لے جا، مجھے اس وعدہ گاہ تک لے جا جہاں میں نے وہ خدا متعال کے ساتھ اللہ تعالیٰ سے وعدہ کیا ہے۔ ذوالجناح نے اپنے سر کے اشارے سے پاؤں کی طرف اشارہ کیا، امام حسین نے نیچے دیکھا، کیا دیکھا؟ ایک چھوٹی بچی ذوالجناح کے پاؤں پکڑے ہوئے ہے اور کہہ رہی ہے ذوالجناح میرے بابا کو مقتل مت لے کر جانا، آج صبح سے جو بھی مقتل گیا واپس نہیں آیا۔ امام حسین گھوڑے سے اترے، بچی کو سینے سے لگایا، تسلی دی، اور واپس بچی کو خیمہ گاہ میں لے گئے۔ بس ایک مرتبہ امام حسین میدان کی طرف گئے، امام حسین قتال کر رہے ہیں، اور حضرت زینب خیمے سے نکل کر تلہ زینبیہ پر آ جاتی ہیں۔ آج بھی خیمہ گاہ کے پاس تلہ زینبیہ ہے، وہ چھوٹی سی پہاڑی جہاں حضرت زینب کھڑی ہو کر اپنے بھائی کا جہاد دیکھ رہی ہیں، بھائی کی آوازیں سن رہی ہیں، اللہ اکبر کی آوازیں آ رہی ہیں، حضرت زینب بھائی کا جہاد تلہ زینبیہ سے دیکھ رہی ہے، مگر ایک مرتبہ گرد و غبار اٹھ جاتا ہے، اب حضرت زینب کو بھائی کی آواز نہیں سنائی دیتی، اب اللہ اکبر کی آواز نہیں آ رہی، بہن گھبرا جاتی ہے، تلہ زینبیہ سے نیچے اتر کر خیام کی طرف آتی ہے، امام سجاد کو جگاتی ہے، بیٹا سجاد تمہارے بابا کی تکبیر کی آواز نہیں آ رہی، بیٹا سجاد اب میں اپنے بھائی کی آواز نہیں سن رہی۔ امام زین العابدین نے عصا کا سہارا لیا اور خیمے کے دروازے پر آئے، خیمے کا پردہ اٹھایا، ایک طرف دیکھا مگر حضرت امام حسین نظر نہیں آ رہے، دوسری طرف دیکھا گرد و غبار ہے، امام حسین نظر نہیں آ رہے۔ ایک مرتبہ امام زین العابدین نے آسمان کی طرف دیکھا، کیا دیکھتا ہے؟ نیزے پہ سر حسین بلند ہو چکا، اللہ اکبر، نیزے پہ امام حسین کا سر مبارک بلند کر دیا گیا۔ حضرت امام سجاد نے انگشت شہادت سے اشارہ کیا، اپنے مظلوم باپ کو سلام کیا، السلام علیک یا ابا عبداللہ، اے ابا عبداللہ اپنے بیمار بیٹے کا سلام قبول کر لو۔ اللہ لعنت اللہ علی القوم الظالمین وسيعلم الذين ظلموا آل محمد أي منقلب ينقلبون لا حول ولا قوة الا باللہ العلی العظیم۔ جملہ مومنین اور مومنات جو مریض ہیں، بیمار ہیں، بعض مومنین اور مومنات نے التماس دعا کے لیے کہا ہے، 5 مرتبہ مل کے اما یجیب پڑھیں گے۔ بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم اما یجیب المضطر اذا دعاہ۔ امن یجیب المضطر اذا دعاہ ویکشف السوء۔ بار اللہ ان آیات کریمہ کا واسطہ مومنین اور مومنات میں سے جو مریض ہیں، بیمار ہیں، ان کو صحت شفا کاملہ عطا فرما۔ جو لوگ زیارت امام حسین علیہ السلام کے لیے گئے ہوئے ہیں، بار اللہ ان کی زیارت قبول فرما، ان کو اپنے حفظ و امان میں فرما، ان کو ہر قسم آفات و بلیات سے محفوظ فرما۔ ہمارا دشمن اگر قابل ہدایت ہے تو اس کی ہدایت فرما، ورنہ ہمارے دشمن کو اور اللہ کے دشمن کو، اہل البیت کے دشمن کو ذلیل و خوار و نیست و نابود فرما۔ تجھے واسطہ تیرے عزت و جلال کا امام زمان علیہ السلام کے ظہور میں تعجیل فرما، ہمیں ان کے اعوان و انصار میں شمار فرما۔ وإلى الأرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات ومن مات على الإيمان، وبالخصوص جو حاضرین اور جالسین کے مرحومین ہیں ان کے لیے رحم اللہ من قرأ سورة المبارکۃ الفاتحہ مع الصلوات۔